We are all equal in the eyes of a criminal. Just ask former finance minister and Reserve Bank Governor Tito Mboweni. Criminals managed to hack his bank account and steal 19,000 rand at the weekend. Well, how could this have happened? I'm joined now by anti-crime expert Yusuf Abramjee, who's of course very well known to you, our viewers here at eNCA. He's got his Crime Watch show every Sunday night here on DSTV channel 43. Salam, Yusuf. I mean, cybercrime, we are told, is one of those that is always on the up. But here's an experience by an eminent South African, preeminent South Africans, falling victim to hackers in the cyber world, hacking into his bank account, Mr. Tito Mboweni.
Hello, Dan. It again shows you that no one is immune to crime, even a former finance minister, even the former governor of the South African Reserve Bank. It just shows that these criminals will try their luck with anyone and everyone. Now, the most common scam, then, as far as banking fraud is concerned, is called what we call phishing. Phishing is where they will try to lure you to get your PIN number and your username and then hack into your account to try to empty your bank account or try to steal a few rand from your account. We've seen people losing tens of thousands of rand, sometimes even millions of rands, by simply luring you to share your password. Now, this can take the form of getting your bank details and then sending you a message to say you want a jackpot or a lotto. And you know, just moments ago, Dan, I received an email purportedly from First National Bank, and you can probably see it's got their logo. It looks very, very genuine. And in this email, they say to me that my FICA has not been updated, and within 48 hours, my account will be frozen if I don't fill in that form. All these scamsters want now is for me to click on the form, and in the form, they will ask me for my email address, my telephone number, my username, my password to say, let's clarify it and let's get your FICA details. But that if you look very closely, and I just alerted the bank, it's from a scamster, and it's even on his personal name. It gives you an idea of how rampant this is. I've just spoken to the South African Banking Risk Information Council, SABRIC. As much as we can't comment on Tito Mboweni's specific case, we are talking of hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, that are scammed each and every month.
Yeah, and for the example you've just used, when you first look at that email, purportedly from FNB, it looks legit. But you have to look a little bit deeper and whether, because phishing means they're just pretending to be who they are not. There must be a giveaway that made you say, this is not from FNB.
Then I was tempted to click on it, but when I looked at the email account, it comes from a Farouk at yearagroups.com. So the bank will not send you an email from a personal account, or even sometimes it even looks very, very genuine. It even will have an FNB name on the account. Do not click on it. The golden rule is never share your username, never share your password. Sometimes the scamsters also use what we call SIM swapping. So what they will do is go to your service provider, and in your absence, try to swap your SIM phone, your SIM number, and during that hour or two, they will then get the SMS to a different number, get all your details, hack into your phone, and steal your details. It's a pity that our former finance minister didn't share specific details of how they hacked into your account, but there are various ways. In fact, there's a few dozen ways of how they can hack into your account. I mean, just to give you a small example, even your debit card or your credit card, then sometimes they will take off an amount, a small amount of 85 Rand every month. And if you have a closer look and report it to the bank, you'll see that your card is compromised, and they make it a small amount at first until they go with a bang and they then withdraw a few thousand rand. So the minute you see any suspicious activity on your account, immediately report it to the bank, report it to SABRIC, and they can then take the necessary action. And as much as our Tito Mboweni has been scammed, you need to report it, and if you follow the processes, hopefully he'll get his money back. But these scamsters are really trying their luck. And in fact, Investec, I just saw a mail from them now. They've also just warned people about hacking, saying never share your email, never show your banking details. And also importantly, then, do not click on an email, do not click on a message that says it's from a certain bank. even if it's an SMS message, do not click on that. The minute you click on that link, you are compromised.
Yeah, another question I need to ask you before we conclude, Yusuf. I don't know if you are aware about this, because nowadays our debit cards and our credit cards, you can tap. Where you are paying, you can tap with it, or in the old days you had to insert. Well, before that, you had to swipe your card. Now you have to tap. Some people are saying in that tapping, there's a window of opportunity as you are nearby that machine for somebody to take advantage of your information. Have you heard anything about that, or is just that's the urban myth?
Well, then, up to now, I haven't had any confirmed reports of anyone tapping that has been compromised. You need to keep it very close to the credit card machine or the debit card machine. And remember, the minute you get an SMS and you see another amount went off, call the fraud hotline at the bank and report it immediately. You can even tap on your iWatch or on your smartwatch these days. So it's very, very common. But I must say, according to SABRIC, we have had no reports of your tapping being compromised. I think for now, it's safe to say it's okay.
Yeah, I guess, but we need some heightened awareness now. As you said, Investec sending out an email a short while ago, because we're heading towards the festive season. And we've known historically, as it gets busier towards the end of the year, the cyber criminals are going to be more active.
Then criminals also want to celebrate Christmas the way you and I do. But I know very often we have to be very careful. You know, there's some golden rules, even when you go to the ATM and these people come and they try their luck to say, let me help you, or especially with elderly people, I'll show you how the machine works. Never take the assistance. Do not compromise yourself. And in the run-up to Christmas, the festive season, usually we find that crime goes up, especially white-collar crime, especially commercial crime. And the last crime statistics released, the official ones, showed a dramatic increase in especially commercial crimes in Gauteng, and the banks are feeling the pinch. They are losing millions of rands as a result of fraud every month. So we have to be alert and we have to do our bit as well.